Good Money Monday to you. If there are any delays, it's not me, Janet. It is definitely this SY, the word in the corner on the upper right hand side. Just saying. Going to have a little chat with them about speeding up things around here. How are you today? Listen, want to talk to you today more about money and money keeping? Of course, it is Money Monday. But I want to talk to you today about the optimist. This was so cute. One of the great things about working from home is that I get to turn on the TV when I feel in the mood to put on TV and take a little bit of a mental break. So, of course, what happened to just be on was that show that I like to talk about, that classic show that involves someone with the name of Beaver. And of course, as most people know, he has an older brother character named Wally. So the two of them were in their room, and Beaver wanted to know basically what an optimist was. So Wally turned around with his ever so wonderful wisdom and knowledge for a brother a few years older, and he said, well, an optimist is a person like this. They could be falling off a cliff and saying, boy, this is going to have a great outcome and everything's going to be A OK. Now, I paraphrase that. That is what I call taking optimism to a new level. I'm not so sure if I'm as good of an optimist as that portrayal is. How you doing today? Let's talk about saving money. Let's talk about getting motivated to say, some of the hardest things in life are the things that we have to start. We may like the idea of, we may entertain the goal of, but it's the actual getting started that can be a real challenge for some people. So let's talk about a goal. We're going to do a name it and claim it. Let me ask you a question. How would you feel if you'd like to save $5,000 in the next 12 months? 5K. Some people are like really starting to get scared. Listen to this. What? No, don't get scared. But if you break it down into increments, in order to save $5,000 in the next 12 months, you would have to save or keep $97 a week or $417 a month. I could put the word just in front of the number $97. I could put the word just in front of $417 a week. And some people may like really freak out hearing that. But what do you mean, just, Janet? I'm lucky I could scrape by saving $25 a week. All right. Now, all right, but in order to literally to save the $5,000, now say you can't do that at the moment, you could save $2,500 in the next 12 months. Cut that in half. Take that 97, cut it in half, round it off to about $50 a week or $208.50 a month. That might be perfectly doable. Okay, so what's going to get you excited about doing this? Well, of course, the end goal, because that's like a little pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Now, strong suggestions: cut out unnecessary, cut down, cut out silly, ridiculous monthly expenses, things that really are a waste. You know what they are probably. And if you don't know, just go over, okay? Next, track your spending, because here's how it works: you cannot know what you do not know. That's why it is absolutely necessary to track your spending. It sounds like a drudge. There are a lot of apps out there that do it for you. Check it out. Or even you might have fun just tracking it down yourself, being a little bit of a detective, making a game out of it. You see, that trick really works. If you make something more lighthearted, more of like a game, more of like a sport out of it, it really, really helps make an incredible difference. All right, next, divide the chosen number. Let's say you chose 5,000. That's your goal to save in the next 12 months. Divide that chosen number into the months and you arrive at the answer. I helped you with that one. That's $97 a week or $417 a month for the 5K. Just saying, just saying. Thought I'd make it a little easier. Or $50 a week or $208.50 a month. Just saying, just saying. All right. Next thing to do is at all times take full advantage of any windfalls that may go your way. What's a windfall? Unexpected money. Somebody loves you and they hand you a just because I love you card with a check in it, for example. That is an unexpected windfall. Okay. And a good thing, here's another trick that I like to do at windfalls so I don't feel deprived. I like to save the majority of the windfall. However, I would like to take a percentage out and use as I call mad crazy money. Do whatever you want with it. Let's say you get $100 windfall. Well, let's say you take $5 to $10 out and have a little bit of a dollar store splurge, or if you go to the grocery store, perhaps pick up that cake you've been really wanting a long time, you never could get type thing. Things of that nature. You'll see what I mean. That way you don't feel deprived. It is, by the way, not only good to reward yourself for the little milestones, because you started, you mean it in earnest, you're going to keep going. Every once in a while, take a tiny amount and reward yourself. There is nothing wrong with that. It is okay to remind yourself that you're trying hard with a tiny reward. It is absolutely okay. So take advantage of windfalls. Next, get a side hustle that is realistic for you to do, that you enjoy doing, and it's actually doable. And I've said it many times, you might find something you really, really like to do. So, to help you hit that goal that much faster. The other thing, of course, is to try a no spend challenge. Now, some people think no spend challenges are a waste of time. I don't see why or how. Because personally, I think that a no spend challenge is good for discipline, good for acknowledging that, hey, you have a little bit of a problem and you want to build up your savings or increase your, income in some way. So this is a good way to do it. For example, let's say that you normally spend $3,000 a year on your wardrobe, and you really don't necessarily have the kind of lifestyle that requires extra spending, brand new stuff, wardrobe type things, 3,000. I mean, you could like cut it down to, well, I'm not going to do that this year. And right off the bat, you just saved $3,000. Or you're going to cut that in half. Say, I'm going to have a no spend on a new wardrobe for the next 6 months. And maybe you just end up spending $1,500 on that brand new wardrobe. Okay. Or you buy what feels brand new to you, because even though it may be, used before, it's brand new to you. You go to the thrift store, take your time, pick out something that's really close to your personality that you would normally pick out like brand new off the rack, brand new. So like focus on one area on the no spend may be very, very helpful for some people. Or some people want to have no spend weekends. Let's say instead of spending, I'm not talking about the essentials. Yes, you spend on the essentials. That's a given. In case I didn't mention it. No, it's a given. However, you could take a couple of weekends out of the month and not spend a dime. Think about that. If you do that half of the year, every alternate weekend, you'll just have saved 26 weekends worth of expenses. All this adds up, and it doesn't drastically change your life either. This is good. See, some people at the outset of this video would say to themselves, I can't save $5,000 in the next 12 months. Well, I just outlined very simple ways to do it. But it's really important that you name it and claim it, and you have a reason. Put your mind to anything. And I know with a little effort, not even a ton of effort, with just a little effort, you can do it. We can do it. Have an amazing day, everybody. Take good care.